why I even felt called to do it live. But yeah, here we are. So I'm going to give it like 30 seconds. Hope you guys are doing well. So this is going to be tailored more towards a collective reading, all signs, Gemini frequency specifically, because we are in Gemini season. Shout out to Sunshine. This is going to be a general reading. You may have to flip the roles. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to check out your personal placement. But yeah, first card we have is the Hangman. So you're going through some sort of awakening. High Destiny. Whatever this awakening is, it's going to be tailored more towards your spiritual side. I feel like this is the energy of needing to celebrate more, or just be in your light-hearted energy more. Focus more on your own happiness instead of pouring into other people, because once you get distracted by other people, this is what steers you off of your path. If you've ever noticed, people try to entice you, because we do have the snake here on the side of Adam and Eve, and you have the feminine energy looking right at the divine. So you usually have, for the most part, people that come into you trying to entice you with, it could be with just like having a good time or food or even celebration, but these people are not here to stay. If anything, they're just here to keep you stuck. So you have to use your discernment at all times, because you are someone who is vulnerable. Yes, the divine protects you, but they allow you to also learn lessons with dealing with karmic people. And these karmic people are in your life because they know that you're the high priest or the high priestess. They know that you hold all of the keys, all the knowledge. So just like you're somebody who is a soldier of the divine, you have people who are agents of the devil, and they get sent to you to steer you off of your path. At times, you do let your intuition get clouded or muddled in some way, and you have people that come to you with fake emotional offers, and they play on your insecurities. Like, let's say you're a single mom and you don't have real support. Like, you'll have someone come in and act like Prince Charming, and at the end of the day, this person, they have nothing to do but to actually just drain you from sex or a good time, or drain you of your resources. Or if you're masculine energy, you attract females that see you as the emperor. They see you as someone who's in control, and they feel like they can play on the fact that you may need love. Yes, you may even have money or accolades, but you have a lack of like people that you can trust. This may not be for everyone, but for the most part, with the sun, you see things for what they are. This is why you get excluded from groups. This is why people automatically judge you. You may be the black sheep of situations. This is the energy of you exposing everything around you. It's like your heart is so pure. That's why you're being represented with this white horse, just innocent. You went through a lot as a child, so you developed spiritual gifts early on, because you did deal with like the devil. For me, yes, the devil and Satan does come out as the devil card itself, but for the most part, for me, it comes out as the emperor, because it's more about control. The only thing that dark entities can really control is just earth on its own. They can't control the spiritual field. They can't control the energies or the frequencies. And this is about the things that you had to go through to reach this high priest and high priestess level. So you've already been ordained. You've been royal from the start. You probably were born activated. Some of you were just confined or kept stuck in some way, because if you look at this Two of Swords, it's like this is the energy of being intentionally blinded, and this blinding had a timer on it. So once you woke up, it was like that was the end of it all. And you are the type of person that just has no baggage whatsoever. You're free to do anything that you want, and people see this freedom, this sense of like loyalty that you have for the divine, because this person is facing upwards. This is like trusting your spirit guides and trusting the fact that even though you have gone through a lot of burdens and stress on your shoulders, it's all been for a reason. It's like you've never lost faith despite everything that was placed upon you. And this looks like it started off from childhood. So a lot of you have had a hard time, not just from childhood and having abuse. Some of you, this abuse came from your own household. Trigger warning, but like sexual abuse to molestation, whatever. This continued on towards adulthood, where you attracted people that were in this narcissistic energy. Narcissism is what's ruling the planet and is being cleared out. This is what's being exposed, because the only thing that can destroy the darkness is the light. And at this time, this looks like sun god Ra to me. I don't know why that was specific, but you've been stuck or stagnant for about 2 years, 2 months, some of you 2 weeks, where you just felt like things haven't been moving forward. But it has been. You've been releasing yourself from paradigms that no longer resonate with you. It's like you're going through some sort of shift or some portal, that's helping you ascend and get rid of all your insecurities, which includes more purging, more crying, more resistance. You probably even resisting change in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, let's take a look and see what else does the viewer watching need to know at this time. Any messages that come out. Hit the like button if you can for me. I'd really appreciate that. Because they do try to shadow ban me, these people on YouTube, but that's okay because I'm going to rise regardless. With the Three of Swords, yeah, ton of heartbreak, pain, resilience that you've had to go through, people like stabbing you in the back intentionally. And these are people that you trust. You are someone who is full of an infinite amount of knowledge. It's like you don't even have to read the book entirely. You can either read just like the first page and the last page of the book and you'll almost know exactly. You're like a library, and it's a fight for your mind. That's what these people want. They want to suppress you. They want you to not know your full power and potential. And this is especially for like people of color, because there is more suppression and levels of things that come in that prevent you from moving forward. These are people that want you to like give up on life. But because look, the High Priestess, again, you have the key, you have the secrets. Anything that you want to manifest in your life, you have the keys right now as we speak. With this Moon card, you have been having this issue of people trying to suppress you or suppress your light, or you feeling like you have to dim yourself, people isolating you, pushing you out, possible love interests that you've attracted in your life that were very harsh in how they dealt with you. And it's because they knew that you were somebody who was somewhat rebellious. It's like you're not willing to just fold or yield for no reason. This is, you stand up for what it is that you believe in. You're not someone who's just gonna do whatever the crowd does. You travel on the path that's less walked on, and this is what pisses people off that are in the lower vibration of you, because you endure a lot of things and you still maintain this purity. Because if you look at this Knight of Swords also has a white shirt on. It seems like white is the theme of this reading. And the Divine with the Lovers card here is, again, which was there in the last spread as well. You are going to attract divine love. You do have divine love around you. Some people, it's through your children, it's through your friends that love you unconditionally. So it's just about gauging and knowing what your worth is and what it is that you're not going to tolerate. Because if you allow it, these people roaming this earth, they will literally take you for anything that you got. They'll use you for your money. They'll use you for your sex and dog you out and throw you to the wolves like you don't mean nothing if you allow them to. But as a High Priestess, if you trust your intuition and you listen to what your gut is telling you, and you listen and you pay attention to the red flags, you could avoid this Three of Swords energy. So this lesson is going to repeat itself until you learn it. And some of you have gotten so tired that you've already jumped off the wheel and you've pursued this new beginning of loving yourself, taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care, self-admiration, putting yourself above everything, even your kids. Because if you want to be a good parent to your children, you have to make sure that you're okay first. And this is not saying to desert your kids. So I don't know who even thought about that I was saying that. There must be karmics watching, but at the same time, pay attention to this Ten of Swords. Pay attention to the fact that everything that you went through, it's giving you knowledge and wisdom, which is something that's even priceless. Like, you can't put a dime or a dollar amount on knowledge and wisdom that can help people progress and move forward. Everything that I've learned, I've been teaching it to you through my YouTube channel, but you guys have to do the same thing as well. All the knowledge that you've learned, it's almost like you have a duty or a service, whether you choose to or not, because you will reap blessings from expanding or sharing this knowledge, but you have to put that time and effort in. Yes, it is going to take time, but you do have a helping hand. So all those projects that you've been thinking about pursuing and you haven't had the guts to, or you talk yourself out of it, or you try to ask other people for opinions and they push you down, don't even worry about what they're saying. All of these people are naysayers around you. They know who you are. They know that you're a god or a goddess. So what are they going to try to do? They're going to try to suppress you. So with the Page of Pentacles, start those podcasts, start those YouTube channels, start writing those blogs, start writing those books, put it on Amazon, put it on Kindle. I don't care what you have to do. You have to fight and you have to move forward because you're actually getting somewhere. I don't know if you've noticed, but the consciousness of the planet, it's rising as we speak. The vibration of Earth. Every day I wake up and I just feel like I'm in La La Land. Like, I don't even know what's going on, but it's because we're all doing our job, helping human beings ascend, at least the people that are watching this channel and are vibrating on a high frequency. And with the Ace of Wands, it's just about you, deciding what it is that you want. So if you have someone in your life and they're making you doubt yourself, they're just simply there to mirror what it is that you don't want. You don't have to settle for them. You don't have to go to that job that drains you. It makes you feel worthless. It makes you feel like you don't have anything to work for. You don't have to tolerate it at all. You don't have to tolerate any relationship. It's all a choice. Everything is a choice of illusion. And some of you have been stuck for 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever it is, wounded, not seeing things clearly because people keep continuously hurting you. And I see that you do have your best foot forward. And the reason why this is because you have the knowledge within yourself. You don't even need this reading. All you need to do is trust your intuition. And people try to gaslight you and make you feel like you're crazy and that you didn't see what you were seeing. And you may even vocalize to them what you feel like is going on. And they'll try to like deter you and just make you do this 180. And some of you even fall for that tactic. But I'm here to tell you that you see things exactly as they are. And this is why people try to suppress you. This is why people don't want you around, because you're not with the bullshit. You see something that you don't like and you're going to speak the fuck up. That's why people exclude you from, I don't know, friend groups, birthday situations, or just any people that you try to meet. It's almost like a power struggle. But you do have those people in your life that truly love you, that are your soul family, that are there for you even at times when you go through this depression spells or that hermit energy where you just want to deal and isolate with yourself. And some of you, it's because that's your way of recharging your energy, is through being alone. And you also have to stop gaslighting yourself. Like when you feel like you don't want to go somewhere, don't force yourself to go there. If you feel like you shouldn't deal with a certain person, listen to that intuitive nudge, because that's your body's way of telling you that you and that person's frequency does not align. It does not resonate. And the more that you resist it, the more energy you're exerting, the more you're distracted from the things that you're supposed to be doing. So it's all about protecting your energy and your light, because you're the gift. It's not the other way around. Regardless of, the devil's always trying to siphon your energy, especially through sex, lust, greed, addictions. It could be addiction to food, drugs, addiction to the chase. But you're way above that because you already know how to defeat the devil. Some of you are like hybrids, which means you live within both worlds. It's like you're able to manipulate both energies. And the reason why you were given this power is because your path was already ordained. They knew that you're someone who's not going to abuse whatever abilities that you have. So anyone in your life that caused you chaos and destruction, these people are getting money drained from them, and that money is going to come directly to you. We also have with the King of Wands, you're someone who's a leader, natural born leader. You're dependable. You dare to be different. At times you can be self-centered, but it is with good reason. And you are someone who's motivated, mostly honest. At times you can be controlling, and that may be something that you have to work on. Someone who's charming as well, friendly, funny. It's like you are the jack of all trades, and whatever you put time and effort into, the more hours you involve in it, it's like the more you just perfect your craft of anything that you decide to do. And that brings a lot of jealousy, a lot of competition. People, yeah, the Empress. This is the embodiment of all 4 kings or queens. Someone who just radiates abundance. So if at times you do have a stoppage in your money or just accolades or things that you're attracting into your life, for one, it's either the people that you're surrounding yourself with. 2, it's probably someone that you're sleeping with. It could be spell work or just things that are bringing you down in some way, shape, or form. Addictions, greed, lust, things of that nature. So with the Empress here being here, you cause destruction and chaos in people's lives. So people either get karma or dharma dealing with you. Karma can be negative depending on the circumstance, but if people treat you right and they treat you with respect and decency, it brings abundance and they get blessed tenfold. However, if someone does come to you with some sort of chaos and destruction and they try to cause stress or chaos to you, your family, or your kids, oh man, you have some sort of entity. If you've ever seen Venom, this is kind of like a symbiote or a symbiote. I don't know how you pronounce that, but this thing that protects you it goes and haunts people in their sleep. It wakes them up in their sleep. It makes them have chaos and turmoil. It makes them lose their houses, their jobs. You may have noticed this shadow figure. Some of you, as a child, maybe you felt like something was haunting you or following you, but no. Whatever that is, because of the level of protection that you have, because of the fact that you're so royal. Look, we have that white again. Man, but this white comes with red, which means it comes with a lot of stability. It comes with the root chakra. So you always have to focus on healing your root chakra, wearing more red, eating more red foods. And with the tower, yeah, these people that cause chaos and destruction in your life, they can only get away with it without repercussions for a maximum of like 3 years. So if there was relationships that you were in, or people that you dealt with, or people in your work situations that cause stress and havoc into your household or your life or your kids, just know there's karma to pay. And it's here because the Wheel of Fortune represents karma, and you have people here that are protecting you, deities, beings, and these people know that you have some sort of mission here to help human beings ascend, or to like transmute your knowledge that you have. Some of you haven't stepped into that purpose fully. You are in the process of being calibrated back into it. Some of you are already doing that right now. But with the Nine of Wands, it's like everything that you've gone through, all that chaos, all that heartbreak, pain, just know it did not go unnoticed. It's helped you gain some sort of ranking. And yes, at times you do have that sacrificial lamb role. But with the Hangman, it's like we're closing out with the same card that we started off with, which is all about awakening, releasing things that no longer serve you, releasing any control. So let's take a look at triggers that you may receive, things that you may need to focus on when it comes to your shadow. So we have resisting change. That's crazy. Oh, these are my cards. This is actually, I'll find it and tag it underneath. But yeah, resisting change. Ask yourself why you are not wanting change. Look at the positive side to the changes. And so whatever you're resisting, it's like you have no choice but to submit. And you know you want to submit because you know it's going to bring new phases of your life, but you may be fearful of that. We also have demanding. Some people are so demanding of you, or you're demanding of yourself. And you also have to be aware of the fact that if there's anyone in your life that's asking you for $1, they have the audacity, and those are the type of people that you should watch out for because they may be trying to use you in some way, shape, or form. We also have when displayed, you are most likely making the other person feel inferior. Check your anxiety and depression. So if anyone makes you feel some form of anxiety and depression because you may be a super empath and you do pick up on certain environments, that's why you don't like to be around certain people. You don't like to go out in certain places. It's because you pick up on everyone's negativity and negative energy, and you have to come home and like recharge and cleanse yourself of all of that. So it's all for a reason. That's why I said like earlier, don't gaslight yourself. We also have prejudice. So what if you were categorized into some sort of group and given attributes that were false without truly following who you were? So some of you may need to work on your prejudices based off of the type of heartbreak and trauma that you've gone through. It's almost like now you judge everyone as in like a blanket term. And this is just to teach you that everyone, let people surprise you. Give people room to surprise you. And if there were people that were prejudiced towards you, it just was because they were projecting whatever they're going through, or whatever they went through, whatever they were taught through indoctrination, whether it's through the church or just parental figures, society, the environment. You have to pay attention to that as well. We also have unworthy, which was what we were talking about earlier, paying attention to your worth. Think deeply and ask yourself why you are not worthy of the situation at hand. Some of you, when you get good things, you have this inkling to want to self-sabotage. Defensiveness, yeah. Hear the other person's perspective and feelings and shift the focus to them, because sometimes it may not be all about you. So if you have people that just vacuum all of their energy and talk about themselves, they just come to you to emotionally dump, or to have a support system, and they don't reflect that back onto you, you're being used. Pay attention to that and cut those people off, because they are not worth your time, your efforts in any way, shape, or form. And let me see if I can get into some love messages, because usually that's the first thing that's on hand, but I guess not this time. So let's see. What do you guys need to know when it comes to love? The Tower. Oh my God, look. The angel and the devil. I cannot make this up. Spiritual awakenings happening. Systems crumbling. Babylon is crumbling. So you're going to see a lot of systems being attacked. That situation in Texas with Greg Abbott, pay attention to that. Pay attention to the chaos that's going on right now. It's all intentional. It's a way of like the divine trying to reset things and bring a new opportunity. With the Ace of Pentacles, sorry, I thought about those kids and it really felt really heavy, and I was trying to not distract myself to that, but rest in peace to all of those children. Ace of Pentacles is all about a new beginning. A new life is being set out for you. It just depends on your harvest and what you're going to pay attention to and invest your time in. Whatever you've been focusing on, all the businesses that you've been putting out that have been slow in getting any traction or customers, just know everything is going to work out in your favor in the end. But be aware of people that want, like, you see how this man has these two swords and he's kind of like preying on this woman? Yeah. Pay attention to people that romantically want to pursue you, because for one, they could be gold diggers. They could just want to harvest off of your energy, your sex. And some of you have people that literally want to take you out. Of course you're protected, of course. But there is someone else here in the background. So this is just mostly in the energy of people wanting to put you in third parties, waste your time, like basically pretend to be for you when the whole time they're really against you, plotting against you, playing mind games, trickery. But if you look at the Hangman, this time it's upside down, which means you see through it all. You see through this is how people see you. You're right in the middle, and this is your competition. They know that you rule this world in some way, shape, or form. Some of you have even mastered like changing the weather. Some of you have even mastered like, it's forbidden, yes, but we have bloodbending, which is kind of like where you can control someone with your mind. You're never supposed to ever use things like that unless your like life is being threatened. But yes, there are people that have capabilities of that. And we have with the Five of Wands, it's like you have some sort of ranking above other people due to the fact that you have proved to be trusted. Yeah, the star, exactly. Your star, like, it shines brighter than most people around you. And the people that can see that, they'll try to stifle your light or your energy, or they'll try to bring you down in some way, shape, or form. And if you have kids, you also have to protect your children, because you have rainbow children, kids that are just as intuitive or gifted as you are. And with the Page of Pentacles, some of you are here to help human beings ascend, and you're also here to give to the divine, because you can give someone a fish and they'll eat one time, but if you teach them how to fish, they'll eat for a lifetime. And that's kind of what I see here as well. With the Page of Pentacles, you're someone, anything that you touch, you have the Midas touch. Anything that you touch, it turns into gold. And you have to go through this ascension. You earned your ranking, so don't be afraid to earn your stripes. Some of you like suppress yourself, or you feel the need to like suppress your light. Who cares? If you rub someone the wrong way, who cares? Whatever opinion they have of you, who cares? Because at the end of the day, you know who you are. You know what you're capable of. Some of you have Aztec or Mayan ancestry line. Don't know who that's for. Egyptian ancestry line as well. That's why your lineage, it's powerful. And you're meant to have opportunities. You're meant to have a person that's going to protect you and love you, someone that you don't have to second guess. And if that's not the case, then they're not for you. I don't know who that's for. You've been this way since a child, maybe since 6. The number 6 could be significant. 6 specific heartbreaks, people who have harmed you, but this has helped you see things for what they are. But yeah, that's the end of your reading. I hope you like it. Well, before I go, let me see. What else? Don't want to just close it off like that. Emotional challenges, that may have been what you guys have dealt with. You see how this person's crying? You've probably cried enough to like fill the Red Sea. Or you've had people just come to you and break your heart. Manipulation, because it did start off with the 3 swords. Emotional challenges to help you resolve the issue. So you've gained a lot of knowledge, notoriety, align with your new with the universe, navigate distractions. Oh my dude. I might as well just throw these cards, because that's literally what we were talking about earlier. Thank you for that. Thank you. The divine feminine energy is being raised on earth. So we all have divine feminine and divine masculine. However, the divine feminine has been like suppressed for eons, it feels like, but it's probably about like 200-300 years. With clear and activate, we have create a sacred space. So it's important for you to have a sacred space where you feel safe. If you don't feel like that at home, there needs to be adjustments where you can have a place where you can connect with your ancestors and your guides. And with expansion, like, you're meant to create change in the universe. People are not ready for you. There's no one out here that's like you. There's only 144,000 of these beings. You happen to be one of them. And you have to educate your mind and senses. So it's all about just taking what you learn, spirit messages, observing limitations, because your body does limit you. Even though you are a god or a demigod of some way, your body limits how far you can go. However, you do have specific abilities that are more than other people. Like I can basically function off of like 3 hours of sleep, and I've done that for years and still function. And with the spirit messages, that's kind of like the abilities that I'm saying. Like you can go through certain things that most people cannot. Like your resilience level is beyond. If you've ever drawn blood in some way, ever done 23andMe, Ancestry.com, just know you have clones. And I'm telling you that right now because you're someone who, man, just the stem cells off of you alone can cure diseases, can cure cancer. So that's why I try. Oh, I don't like to talk about stuff like this, like hospitals, drawing blood, red blood. No, Red Cross, things like that. I am not okay with that. I don't, because as a super being, you can't indulge in things like that because they know who you are and they'll use, yeah, not tapping into that. With meditation, we have improvements require persistence. So you do have to meditate, whether this is hyper meditation that I heard Mystic Beauty talking about, and I didn't actually have a term for that, but now it makes sense because your meditation, it doesn't have to be hours where you're sitting there trying to like it can be hyper meditation even with your eyes open, where you're visualizing what you want to happen in the world, because that's how powerful you are. Everything is just thoughts and energy. So as long as you can stay in that high frequency, and with how powerful you are and the amount of protection and support that you have, you can make major changes. We also have shield your energy, which is what you have to do, which makes sense that we should end with that. With shielding your energy, you're somebody who's different. Shapeshifters, even, like you can blend into any scenario, any situation, and you have to look beneath the surface. And this is also saying that the earth, it is kind of inner earth. There are, because I believe in Argartha, you can look that up on Google, which is, why did they make me talk about this? Like, I don't want to tap into that, which is the fact that the earth has like a second sun. And it also talks about like Antarctica and why it's so heavily guarded by all military, worldwide military, not just the US, not just Germany, no, all countries of the world guard Antarctica like with their lives. It's basically like shoot to kill zones. Anyways, yeah, everything that is fed to us is all lies, brainwashing, and manipulation. And you are someone, you see how this person's brain is like electrifying? I didn't even notice that. I've never even paid attention to that. You create your reality. So everything that you're sitting in, if you want it to change, it's simply you visualizing it and taking those steps necessary to align with the universe that you wanted. So yeah, that's the end of your reading. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.